Yo! I'm alive! I'm alive! Yo! Good to see you, chat. Good to see you. New wig? This is my hair, damn it. This is my hair. See? Not bald. My ears! My simple dunk. No, don't you start with me again. Don't you fucking start with me. It's been 2 seconds. It has been 2 seconds. He just got back from Turkey.
Right now. He is drenched in sweat.
I just woke up, you guys. I just woke up. Kind of a shitty sleep, but I am alive. Yes, I'm running late. It is 3:44 a.m. Today we're gonna stream for about 5 hours. Don't freak out.
And just painted the hair on?
No, it's not painted on. What? It's 11 a.m. for me, so amazing. Hey, see? It's perfect for Levati. Or, yeah, Levati.
You guys can see this guy right now. He is drenched.
See, chat? While we're late for some people, it's perfect time for Levati, the new guy. What's up, Levati? Appreciate the love, man. Yes, here in Texas, it's late as hell. I went and got a haircut today and went outside. Basically, I had to take care of just chores, stuff that I've been putting off. So today's gonna be a shorter stream. It's gonna be about 5 hours long. It's still not that short, right? 5 hours is not bad. 5 hours is a good stream. Chat, Bobo, what is this? You are being lazy and you are reusing old AI images. All right. If you're going to be lazy and bust out AI images, it has to be fresh ones at the very least. Old AI images, what is this? What is this? You disgust me. Creamy with a 32-monther, great new wig. Get a new joke, chat. Low effort jokes I'm hearing right now. You disappoint me. That is crazy talk. Okay, listen, I'll give you a little bit of credit, Bobo. This is different, but still, this is upsetting. All right, you stop that right now. Why does the paper look so nasty? Why is it stained? I can't remember the original note. Was the original note that he had stained like that? I guess it was, maybe. You know why? I don't know whose haircut is better. What are you talking about? Our haircuts are not even... What? And also, what did you do to... What? Okay, this is upsetting. Get this off my screen. Let's go. Mods. Got this turned on. This turned on. All right, we're good. What kind of daily run? Rainbow Trail Shift. Rainbow Pollen Engine. So I want to do something rainbow today. Do the Sacred Barrel quest with the New Game++ trick so that the screen is full of sacred barrels. I don't think that's a thing. Or is it, George? Is it? Full of sacred barrels. Does it spam those? Oh, like the altars? It'll spam the altars everywhere? That sounds kind of awesome. You like Lude's idea? What was Lude's idea? Rainbow shields. All right, I'll bust out the rainbow shields. I'm down. How many shields do we want, though? Or do we just have rainbow shields and we're happy? Because the problem is, if we do a lot of rainbow shields, it does start to visually look all... Like, the bitrate tanks hard. The whole fucking screen. You want a screen filled with rainbow shields. The bitrate must be sacrificed. Just the normal 5 is fine with me. 5 is enough to be good and not tank the bitrate.
How many shields do we want? Yes.
Yes, I approve. Tanking the bitrate would be funny. The problem is though, once the bitrate starts to tank, I still have a lot of stuff I have to do in the run. Because you're having to you start to hit a threshold of shields, the stream starts to look really blurry, and I still have to push it further before I can fill the entire screen. So there's a portion of the run that is just a giant blur to stream. Seven shields for Roy G. Biv. Fine, we'll make it 7. Do 6 because it's the 6th. That's true, it is the 6th today. June 6th. 6 or 7 shields should be sufficient. Alright, you're just trying to be cute for chat. Noita rainbow. I put random. Rainbow shields daily run. All right, so the goal will be to get to 7 rainbow shields. Hopefully today's daily run is not too bad for us to get the rainbow shields, make them a thing. If you're curious how we're going to do the rainbow shields, we are going to look up the fungal shifts. That way we can manipulate the shifts and get exactly the results that we want. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. Every once in a while I fuck it up. It happens. So let me think. It has to be magical liquid into rainbow. Should be good. So what is a rainbow shield? Basically, here, let me.
You guys can see this guy.
So these shields right here, they get their color from something called magical liquid. So if you actually, let's see. So the magical liquid, I think that's the right one. I could be wrong. It gives this color to the shield. So whatever magical liquid is, that decides the color of the shield. So for example, magical liquid is naturally this kind of, I don't know what you consider this color, like a light blue or some shit. Or it's like a whitish, I don't know, whatever color that is. And what you do is you convert that magical liquid into something like blood, and then it turns the color of blood, because magical liquid is no longer magical liquid. Magical liquid is blood. And so what we would like to do is we want to convert it to something like, I don't know if it's called rainbow. I don't know what the hell. And they don't call it rainbow in this one. I have no idea what it's called, but the point is you can shift the color of these. Is it called unicorn farts? Oh, well, that's something else entirely, but we could use it, I think. It would work. Oops. Huh. That one actually looks a bit different, I think, from the rainbow liquid. But this is all something that you can do without mods. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how it works. For example, if you turn the magical liquid into slime, it takes on the color of slime. It's whatever you shift it into, that's the color it's going to be. And some of them, you know, are more interesting than others. Some of them look kind of lame.
Dunk, would you do a IRL quote-unquote fungal shift and make some of those pineapple sticks in the Kool-Aid trend, but then you mix the liquid so that it comes out rainbow? Also, it's bonus points for Pride Month.
I don't even know what I just heard. Oh yeah, you get the idea. What was it? Magical liquid. I think was the second one into material rainbow. Yeah, see, there's a bit of a visual difference between the rainbow liquid. This is the rainbow liquid versus the unicorn farts, which are also rainbow, but a bit more of like light colors, I feel like, and yeah, it's not as clear. I like the liquid one better. I think it looks cooler. All right, well, so the goal today will be to, let me turn this mod off. That was just to explain because somebody was confused on what the hell we were doing exactly. Will this put us in the right daily? Let's see. Yeah, the liquid looks cooler. Let's see. There we go. And you can do this in your regular runs. Usually if somebody is shifting their shields in a regular run, you can do it just randomly. I'll show you how to capture magical liquid, and then you could just do a random shift and say, let's see what magical liquid turns into, and it will just change your shield into another color. That can be kind of fun to do. But obviously, if we're trying to make it rainbow, you have to know what the shifts are going to be. So today we are going to try to do 7 or more shields that are rainbow colored. That is our overall goal. Will you get the shields first and then change them rainbow, or shift first and add more shields? I don't know. We'll just go with the flow of the run. I would like to get them as early as possible, so probably should try to do a high priority to the getting the color of the shields going. It's more fun that way. That way it's not like, oh, the shields are colored and then end run. But it also depends on what kind of shifts we have today. You know, like how easy is the setup to get the rainbow color where we want it to be. Some days you get really lucky and it's like, oh, this will be no problem. Sometimes you get really unlucky and it's like, oh, you're gonna have to do at least an hour worth of shifting before you can pull this off, and that always sucks. Is killing Kolmi / winning the run needed to win the bed? Yeah, it's always assumed that like I achieve whatever my goal is in the run, but then I have to complete the run and get a win. So it's not like just the moment I get the 7th shield, it's like, oh, it's over. It's like, no, you still have to finish out the run. Alright, we're gonna drink up the rest of the concentrated mana. Is it possible to change the natural color of Circle of Vigor so without a glimmer? I don't remember on that one. So anytime you're wanting to change things like the spells, the colors of the spells, you have to do what's called spark shifts. And spark shifts are one of the weirdest fungal shifting things that exist in Noita. And they actually didn't even, like, you couldn't do them for the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 years that Noita was out. It wasn't until the devs added in the ability to mix liquids inside of a flask that it became possible. So whenever they made it where you can mix liquids inside of a flask, it now became possible to get materials that previously you really just couldn't get your hands on. They exist in the game, but you just can't capture them. Well, now, if you put like whiskey and like a drop of lava in a flask, there will be like a spark for a moment that like happens in the flask. And you can, if you do it correctly, you can almost like capture that spark in the flask, and that spark will actually change. There's different color sparks, and each of these sparks have their use for how they give color to Noita. And then so once you capture one of these sparks, you pretty much capture that color, you shift it into other colors, and this changes the visuals on certain spells. Circle of Vigor, I don't remember that being one that relies on the spark shifts, but it could be. There's so many spells that I forget rely on spark shifting that or spark material that I'm always surprised. Each time we do spark fungal shifting, I'm always like, wait, this spell looks so weird now. You know, there's always some stuff to learn. Any tips on I'm going bald? How do you cope with it when you're having a hard time? Listen, it's okay to be bald, chat, but it's important to be accurate. That is why I let you guys know regularly I am not bald. Honesty is important. Ooh. Today's daily, 2 early hearts. I like that. You don't understand. Chat isn't saying your head is bald. They're saying the rest of your body is bald. So you're saying chat are tier 4 supporters? Nice.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in
What is that right there? Is that ambrosia? It is ambrosia. I knew it. If you're curious why I'm holding on to the chaotic poly, it's because it is a way to get out of the very first mountain. So I might as well, you know, keep it in case I need a way out of that first mountain. That's enough gold. It's fine. How do you make brine? I only encounter it when I start my runs. You have to mix salt with water to make brine. And the way to get salt is actually kind of a massive pain. I think Fury was the one that had a video on how to make a salt farm. And we also did it before. Chat was saying like, watch the Fury video, and so we watched it, and then we made our own salt farm as well. Because once you have a little bit of it, then you can just use Sea of Mimicium to make like an ocean of it, and then you can just keep farming the salt and making more and more.
Salt farm bottom right, Pepe laugh.
Me? Why am I'm not salty. I'm sweet.
Just a little salty, huh?
Just a little salty, huh? Ooh, look at that right there. This is an easy thing when you're a new guy to not take notice to. I wish the devs had made it a little more obvious. But yes, it's like a green circle. Essentially what likely happened here, there was some enemies in here fighting. There was a treasure chest. It opened the treasure chest because when they're shooting each other, they accidentally open stuff up like their shots will. This green thing dropped out, the Kami, and that heals us if we need a heal. We can only use it once, so you got to use it wisely. Yeah, it's super easy to not take notice to it because it kind of just looks like a green corpse. There we go. Can you also shift levitation vapor to rainbow as well? You're talking about like this right here? This that my character like shits out? Yeah, so that is called, is it smoke? I forget which one it is, but yeah, that's also, I think, covered in one of Fury's videos. So the reason he has a lot of the stuff covering it is he actually created this was like been a couple years ago, I think, where he made like a really in-depth lab in Noita, and he spent like a year or two like basically sciencing up many materials in Noita, and there are a couple things that are kind of awkward to get your hands on. So then he and, you know, community members in Noita try to come up with methods to get your hands on these like awkward materials. So this one, for the levitation trail, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, there are these small particles of smoke right where the player starts. Let me try to point. It's like a liquid smoke, I'm pretty sure too. So right in this area, see this rock up here? It's somewhere up in this rock. There are actually small pockets, like we're talking like 1 pixel of this liquid smoke. And if you fly around with your flask, you have to, I forget the exact spots. Like, there's somewhere in here. You can capture it inside of a flask. You want to do this with an empty flask, obviously. And then from there, you can fungal shift that, and then you can change the color of your levitation trail, I believe. Is it to your right? Let me see. Was it further right? Could be. Could be. It's somewhere in this area. But yes, every single run, there's a couple pixels of it. Is that also where you get the pixel of salt? I see that part I don't remember. But if you can get your hands on like 1 pixel of salt, what you would do is you would then mix that 1 pixel of salt with water. You would make a tiny amount of brine. Then you would use mimicium to make an ocean of brine, and then you can melt that brine down like with fire or some shit, or not melt it, but burn it, and then you'd have the result is you get salt. You actually could make a salt farm. I'm legally blind. I don't remember on that part where the salt is. Little salty, huh? It's kind of a lame shop. I was hoping for something more. Bit let down. First zone shops are always exciting because they can totally change the style of run that you're doing. Because you can get crazy stuff in that shop. Found the Fury video about the liquid smoke / salt. Oh, the Turakoshi has the exact time spot, I think, there. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see.
Smoke. To get liquid smoke in the starting mountain, the right-hand side of the mountain, every starting mountain, in every seed, in every parallel world, there are these strange off-white pixels. Some of them are salt, some are concrete, some are snow. These 2 pixels right there are liquid smoke, and then this one is another pixel of liquid smoke. This will quickly dissipate when it touches air, so you just dig carefully underneath it and then stick your flask through the ground in order to get just 1% of liquid smoke, which is all you need. As you can see, it very quickly dissipates when it touches air, which is what I showed there. However, just having 1% in a flask and then filling that flask with mimicium, surprise, surprise, because it's liquid smoke, makes 100% full flask of.
There you go. There you go. And then that's like you using that smoke. You could then shift it, which would then dictate the color of your levitation trail. There's probably other things, you know, you can that affect the visuals, but that one specifically, it's because somebody was asking about the levitation trails, why it was being discussed. There you go. Yeah, the mountain is weird that they put those random, you know, little pixels like that. You may need to slightly lock in for this run. Earliest shift I can see is shift 13 and 16. What? Really? Shift 13 and 16. What the fuck? I gotta see this for myself. I will look whenever I reach the first holy mountain of New Game Plus. Yeah, that's crazy. 13 and 16 in New Game Plus. That sucks because then that means that we won't get to do, won't get to have our shields for a lot of the run like I was hoping. But give me a moment. We'll look. Sometimes you get unlucky and certain seeds just the shifts just don't line up in a way where you get the easy access to the looks that you were wanting. But we may have to grind out today. We'll see. Could you explain the shift dim trick, by the way? Shift dim? Is this like a D's nuts joke? Shift dim? The shift dim trick. The shift? Shift dim nuts? Okay. Dude just was like not dying. How annoying. There may be an extra heart. I like to look everywhere when I'm playing the daily run because sometimes people play along at the same time I'm playing, and it's important that you make sure you're on the right daily. But yeah, we gotta lock in. So if I missed a heart, oh well. We still end up finding 2 hearts in the first zone, so that's pretty good. Oh, there is a wand I didn't check. Of course there is.
Can I request at some point for Pride Month for you to kill Kolmi with a rainbow sun?
A rainbow sun? So you're just saying like it's hard to decide when is the rainbow sun official. I think there's multiple sparks that you can shift into rainbow around it. I feel like the dark sun looked cooler as a rainbow shift than the regular sun last time we looked. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do, Dalpezzo, in the future. All right. We got our Firestone. So if we want to, we could go get a bit of worm blood so that we can see in the dark. And then we could go grab a heart and everything from here. Which, some days I feel like doing that when I'm feeling like I'm in a little bit of danger. But we have a backup heal right here. So I'm like, it's probably overly protective. For now, we're just going to leave that there as an option. But I'm not going to make the move for it right now. It's there if we need it. We're closing the bets. Remember, today's journey is turning. We want to get this perk right here, permanent shield. We want to get it at least 7 times so that we have 7 layers of shield around our player. And then we want to turn them rainbow colored because it's Pride Month. Yes, this is all done without mods. It's all vanilla gameplay. But if you want to be able to anticipate what color the shield is going to be, you're going to need to look up the shifts. If we didn't want to look up the shifts, want to do it completely blind, we could turn the shield color into other colors for sure, but we wouldn't really know what we're going to get. It'd be random. It'd be like, oh, you know, oh, they turned into the color of blood just randomly. It wouldn't, it's insanely unlikely that we could just through randomness get the rainbow color. In fact, Indoor Cat in the chat was saying he looked at the shifts and you would have to coincidentally do shift number 13 and 16 perfectly if you in New Game Plus if you wanted to get rainbow color.
Hey
so that's
man,
unlikely.
My girlfriend washed my wig too hot and it shrank a bunch. I figured I'd come here to ask for advice since it looks like you're experienced on the topic. Thanks in advance.
Mods, beat his ass. All right, so we're closing the bets. The bets are officially closed. There will be no reopens. It is now time to see what shifts are we looking at today? So you can just go over to the Noita website. This what tells you all your shifts and everything. Don't worry, we're not going to go looking at all the other things because I like to enjoy that adventure. But I do want to look at the shifts. So Indoor Cat was saying the only one that he saw possible was in New Game Plus. So I'll explain that in a moment. How does Fungal Shift working if you start to go into New Game Pluses? But give me a moment to look over them real quick. There are some weird shifts today. 6 and 18, held material into diamond. So let's say we did magical liquid into diamond. And then number, what was the other one you said? 18? Diamond into held material. So then you diamond into magical liquid. That could work. Is that, wait, is that a broken shift? It's supposed to be this shift first, isn't it? It's in reverse. So we need something into held material first, and then held material in, you know what I mean? Like this one, held material into diamond needs to, the held material needs to be on the left side on the second shift to avoid a broken shift, is what Indoor Cat's saying. I always forget these little details. So right side first. All right, so if you're curious, how do you look at New Game Plus shifts? So you're doing fungal shifts. How the hell do you know what the shifts are going to look like in New Game Plus? It's actually really easy. All you do is you grab the seed that you're on and you add 1 to the end. When I say add 1, I don't mean just put a 1. I mean you take this number plus 1, like that. So in this case, we would have 29 would turn into 30. So then we hit submit, and these will be the fungal shifts whenever you go to New Game Plus. This can get a little confusing for people because they're like, wait, what if I did 4 shifts in the regular world and then I went into New Game Plus and then I, started doing shifts there? Well, what would happen is if you did 4 shifts in the regular world, pretty much these 4 would already be, these shifts are ignored. You can't get to these shifts because you already did them in the regular world. You don't even care about what these materials say. They don't affect your run at all. But your first shift in New Game Plus, since you already did 4, would start at number 5. And so this would be the actual shift that you could do. These all get ignored. That's the idea. So Indoor Cat's thinking in New Game Plus, he said like, what were the ones he said in New Game Plus? 13 and 16. Oh, yeah, it is 13. So held materials on the right side. Fungus blood, weird fungus, fungal soil into magical liquid. No, into rainbow liquid. And then magical liquid into weird fungus, which weird fungus is magical liquid. So it would be rainbow liquid first, magical liquid second. 13, 16. New Game Plus 2, hold liquid rainbow, go to New Game Plus 3. Wait, hold on, plus 2? So you're saying water, brine, chili water into this, and then plus 3. Everything right there. Oh, shit! Liquid cake. Kind of a genius. That's an easy one. It's 2 fungal shifts, but we would have to go into New Game Plus.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Conga says I didn't sign up for New Game Plus. All right, let me think for a moment. It's only 2 fungal shifts, so I like that part of it.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see.
That's
this
not
guy
what
right
the
now.
bet
He is
was.
drenched in
I mean, this
sweat.
is part of the bet. We're having to do the fungal shifts. We have to make them work. So our first fungal shift would be a New Game
See this guy right now. He is
Plus.
drenched in
So wait.
sweat.
plus. The New Game Plus 2 will be our very first fungal shift. All right, let's do this. I like it. Write on the notepad so don't forget. All right. New game plus. We're gonna do hold rainbow. And then new game plus hold magic liquid. There we go. 2 shifts. Show notepad? No, that's where I draw my chatters naked by hand. Can't see that. It's not safe for stream. Let's begin. Let's get going. Draw me like what? Draw me like you draw your paid chatters. What is that? What is that supposed to mean exactly? Draw me like one of your French girls. Draw me like one of your paid chatters. Oh, interesting. First mountain, dice and extra perk on today's daily.
Do it.
God damn it, dice be nice. Stupid dice. I hate you.
Do it.
Ruin my life. Solar says I love that dice. Because do you love it in general as a perk, or are you saying because the dice screwed me over, you now love it? That's messed up if that's what you're saying. That is messed up. He would never say that, would he? Solar would never. Why not both? Sure. You know what? So we can piss off the gods. Yeah, I guess we'll just piss off the gods. It's fine. No biggie. We have chaotic poly, so we could just escape with that if we really wanted to. He has a HUD already. It's today's daily. Today's daily has that, so don't get angry with me. Take it up with the devs. Chance for a heart right off the bat. I like it. I'm feeling it. RNGesus, bless me. Okay, no heart. That's quite lame, actually. What we're looking for is a wand with over 180 mana max. That way we can use our black hole and just go to the next. I mean, we could use plasmas and dig our way up if we really wanted to, but I'd rather black hole my way back up. Let's find a wand. 44 HP. That's more than enough. Should be more than enough. Oh, a wand. Okay, I see that. Oh, chance for another heart. The same formation we just looked at. This one will have a heart, though. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, another wand. No, don't grab that wand. Stay away. That's over 180 mana, and it has homing. Wow. I like it. Alright, flask thrower, I need you to be cool for a second. Oh god, he's not being cool. Don't throw a telly flask. Don't you dare. Not while my inventory is full. I'll be quite upset with you. Alright, heart, maybe? Maybe. Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm... Oops, bad throw. Blessed. Got some spark bolts as well. You know what? I'll put up the missiles. I don't even need these missiles. We'll be fine. Alright, so we jump into the mountain. We will put this black hole there. What kind of stuff we have here? Aw, looks like pretty lame stuff. That's good digging, though. Do like that. Hey, get over here. Get over here, Steve. Oh, he's coming. He is pissed. He's pissed. Ooh, he almost got me on that one. Almost, Steve. Almost. But not good enough. Thank you, thank you. There is a bloodlust, that is true. Alright. We roll this. Fire immunity, we are going to be going to new game plus, and fire scales up. Probably should grab it. Damn it, I hate grabbing that as an early perk. It's kind of lame. It's your fault, chat. You ruined my life.
Do it.
Alright, digging up. Heading up, boss. Is there any lava up here? Let's hope not. Seems safe. Your hairdresser already ruined your life? Shut the fuck up. These haters. Jealous haters. It just upsets. They're like, how dare you be so damn sexy? They're not able to focus on the gameplay. I get it. I hear you. Drop the poly. Yeah, usually on a longer run, I like to place it somewhere off to the side where I don't think I'll visit for the rest of the run. So I'll probably drop it in like one of the bottom corners here in a bit. Because later on, if I get really good digging, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready to head to New Game Plus, and then I am just like zooming by, I may zoom directly into the poly. I've literally died to that before. I know it sounds like crazy talk. You're like, wow, you're being really overly cautious. But it's a real issue. This guy's protecting the heart. He is being rude. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy was like, he's here, get him. Oh, wow, he threw the one I wanted right away. You little bastard.
Yeah, that went well.
All because he had to throw a gunpowder bullshittery afterwards. Hmm?
Flask thrower. Nothing personnel, kid.
Please.
Nothing personnel.
The freshest, most incredible salmon that money can buy.
I watch Dunk because he will protect against the 0.2% possibility and then constantly risk for no reason in many obvious ways. It was never any risk. I was in complete control the entire time. I was only pretending to be vulnerable. Acting. It's called acting. You wouldn't understand. Alright, early game's looking great. 235 already. Feeling juicy. Oops, my chat was scrolled up. Nice new hat. My hair is not a hat. Is that the Lloyd Christmas? Alright, the joke has already been made. Alright, these are old jokes. Even new guy, even just because you're new doesn't mean you get a pass. Already heard the simple dunk memes. This is old news. Ooh, chance for another heart. Let's see. Oh, it's a chest. Alright, we got a second one of the commies, which is a healing hut. Kind of crazy.
Whether your wig, I mean, hair, is a hat is a very philosophical question. Is hair a hat? Is the Burger King actually royalty? Join our favorite Just Chatting channel as an old man contemplates the questions of our time.
What the fuck? Get your ass out of here. You know what they say, the more you love someone, the more you criticize. They're saying chat just loves me that much. They love me, so they have to hurt me. I love you so much, I have to hurt you. What happened? The hut? What do you mean? Oh, I can hold a hut now. Wait. Oh. True. I was thinking I was getting room for my telly, but Really don't have a guarantee that we're gonna get the telly, do we? Because I'm always planning ahead. You wouldn't understand. Your tiny brain cannot grasp it. You happy? We got double huts. We're hutted up. One more and you'll be a soldier. Hut, 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 hut. What about a football player? Hut, hut. You wouldn't understand that reference as an Australian. You're confused. NFL resident sleeper. So jealous. So jealous of our freedom sports. Meanwhile, you're over there enjoying your communism sports. Sad. You want to piss somebody off who says it's football, not soccer, then tell them that soccer is short for the British Association Football. So soccer is actually an English term. Yeah, we went over this the other day. Somebody was like, you know, talking shit about Americans calling it soccer, and it's like, wait, but we were told it's called soccer. That, you know, that term was brought here by the British people, and then we were blamed for it. We're innocent. Just like always, us Americans, we are completely innocent. We're victims of your guys' bullshit.
Dunk? I got tickets to the Pokemon fossil exhibit at the Field Museum in Chicago, so I'm hyped for that.
Ooh, wait, what was that? Pokemon fossil exhibit? Museum in Chicago. That sounds badass. Me when misinformation? Oh, is there not a fossil exhibit? Is this trolling? Or are you talking about Americans being innocent? How dare you? How dare you? Just some innocent... We just want to spread freedom, you know? It just so happens that freedom is needed where there also is oil. It's a coincidence. Spread these nuts. What? Alright, fungal caverns. This is where we're going to get our wand upgrade, because you got to remember that if it's a wand on a pedestal, it means it's always going to be a non-shuffle. And the stats of these wands are obviously better than the stats of my current wand. So let me... Sorry, I hit the mic. It may have made a loud noise there. Alright, run down here real quick. Yoink. Chainsaw. Double this. There we go. Much better, much better. So I'm trying to decide for the shield part of the run. So this run's gonna have like a couple different chapters in it. So right now, the early chapter, which is classic, is just powering up. No surprises there. But once we've powered up a bit, we have to do the shield collecting part of the run. And there's two different ways to go about the shield collecting. We can either do it from breaking the reroll machine. And when you break the reroll machine, we could get the shields we need from that. Or we could do perk duping. Which one do you guys think would be more entertaining for the stream? Would you rather perk duping to get 7 shields or break the reroll? Duping, reroll. Okay, wait, hold up. Duping, dupe. Okay, now you guys are just going in waves. What's happening now? Alright, maybe I'll have you guys vote then, because you guys seem to be going back and forth. Democracy, resident sleeper. Maybe we could... I'll say do a bit of both, but that's probably a big waste of time. To do both. Both is a bit crazy. Bombs. Don't really need bombs. There's a wand missing right there. Damn it. And that guy has luminous drills. I don't like to see that. Oh, he's dead. That worked out. Ah, they were just Lumi timers. Oh. what was my loot? Chest full of Dunk's hair. And it doesn't exist. Hmm? Can you use telescope to see what it was? Oh, that's a great idea. That's actually a really good idea. Let's do that real quick. I want to see what it says. 59829, yeah. This is Wote's dynamic map. Fungal, there should be a chest right there. Contains 200 gold. Wow. What a whopping crazy chest. But even the 200 gold, it must have got stuck in the wall, or I don't think my orb should have been able to delete it. Maybe it upwarped and I didn't see it. I don't know. Alright, well, I was wanting to get rid of one of these little heal setups so I can make room for the teleportadium. Kind of sucks though, because I'm like, I don't want to waste a heal. Heals are a precious resource. I forget, if you drop it like this... I forget, is there a way to place it so that it doesn't... I feel like there's not. Use one Kolmi and explode the box so that you need the second one. Genius. Throw away ambrosia, it's useless trash. Cloud is trolling. Full on trolling. Placing and then teleporting. Try to unload it. Unloading it is actually a crazy idea, but it takes a couple seconds to unload. I think the unload timer is slower than the time to make it work, you know? That is like a good idea, though. I never really thought of that. Place it down, then quickly mod restart. Kind of want to test that. It's a pretty creative idea as well. Let's try that out. I know it's a little bit janky, but I kind of want to see it. I've never tried that before. See what happens. Son of a bitch. It remembers. I want this. I'm sure if we go through Snowy Depths, we'll end up needing to use one of them. So, then we'll just come back for that teleportadium. Oh well. That's why I shouldn't have picked up that second one earlier when it was on the ground. We should have left it. I fucked up. I'll grab the heal now since we have so many heals in our back pocket. Carry me, chain bolt. Yeah, the thicker enemies, chain bolt kind of sucks against them. Unless you get some good modifiers on it. Hidden heart? Nope. Scammed. What else is new? An upwarped lava potion. That's got... Oh my god, there's a Nuko. Oh. You're dead now. First, I don't know how Dunk is holding two Kolmis, and then I just remembered Kolmi means hair in Japanese. No, it doesn't. Weebs, some weeb verify this information. Latali, you know. Yes, it does. Kolmi means God. It does mean hair. Wait, why am I getting... Why... I'm getting mixed information here. Where's Latali at? We need him. Ka-mi means God. Ka-mi means hair. Oh? Depends on which syllable is accented. So what you're saying is I'm a god. Is that, am I getting that correct? You're saying I'm a god. Noted. I mean, it checks out. I'll confirm. It depends on the context. So then in this context, applied to me usually means it would just be about being a god, right? I hear you. I see. I forgot to fix that wand or that setup there. Wait, what the? A healer? Ah, I'm just kidding. Nice. Get that out of here. Delete the rock. No, fish, get out of here too. I don't trust you. The gods are enraged. They angy. I don't need all of those. Black hole goes here. Hey, look at this. Our permanent shield. We need that for today's challenge. Our first shield of the run. Not bad. Nope. Upwarping my way into here. Let me in. There we go. Ooh. Bridge boss with homing plasma. That is true.
Do it.
And we are trying to do today's run a bit faster than normal since today's stream's probably going to be about a 5-hour long stream.
Do it.
Meaning I got about, oh shit, 3 more hours to get everything set up how I want it to be. So early bosses means early momentum. Let's do it. I like your idea, but I'm gonna, oh shit. I'm gonna do it in a safe way. Get everything taken care of first. So here's the order. Chain bolts, you're getting retired. Freeze goes here. This is gonna be a triple, so 1, 2, 3. All right. And I don't think we're gonna need any of the rest. Let's head up. Don't worry, I'll explain it all as we're going through it. But the freeze, the reason I was interested in early freeze is it the pyramid boss can actually be frozen meleeed. So even if your damage is not the most impressive. Oh shit. Of course he ran off. Where is he? Hello? Where'd he go? Uko, you bitch! There we go. Found him. Damn. There's stuff going on. Game tried to surround us. Dude's about to throw massively. What? I think I'm in good shape. I was feeling confident. You lack the confidence in my skills? I'll show you. You'll see. Alright, so let's get going. Yeah, I got the plasma cross for the bridge too, but we don't want to do that one yet because it could get unlucky. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in a safer order. We spawn in the pyramid boss. Actually, these two are supposed to be enemies, I believe. Yeah, these two are...
I fear the moist mob.
Duke it out. Fight amongst yourselves. What's up, Dimbai? Thanks for the raid. Wait, did he kill the guy? Did you kill my friend? Alright, so we freeze him, and then we melee him. So we did take a bit of damage doing the freeze melee, but that's fine because I had extra heals. That's why I was willing to just kind of jump into him. Didn't really care too much about it. He dropped a interesting wand, at least, right? It's not like it's terrible. It's just interesting. Got the little cool symbols there. Let's glance to see if there's a mage nearby. a heart mage. We already saw one mage, and it was ooh, the rare ghost. Let's kill that guy. Get the hey. I want the kill credit. Get your ass back here. All right, +1 to this guy. 33 kills on him now. All right, well, I don't see a nearby heart mage. No big deal. There could be one. I didn't really look that thoroughly. We're gonna grab the copies, and then we're going to head out. And actually, I'll go ahead and drop one of the huts now. Give me the heals. All right, I'm healed up. Then, right now, our shots do 16 damage each, which is not great. But what we're going to do is we're going to swap that out. Actually, you know what? We can do it like this. Bubble. Speed on the bubble. Into a triple. 1, 2... Do we have a quad? No. Copy random. Explosive projectile. Sure. It's not doing that much damage right now. It's okay. It's like 600 damage a shot. 660. If you have one explosive projectile, it's only going to hit for 11 damage. But if I have a copy random onto the explosive projectile, makes it hit for 660. Pretty insane.
Really
big difference, right? Like a pretty massive difference. Why not just use Spark Trigger? Oh, I forgot I had Spark Trigger. Psh. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. I mean, that's not really gonna be the coolest thing ever. Doesn't really do much for us. It's fine. Finally, some quantum split action. I almost never see it. Oh, you're throwing it out. I mean, there are cases that it could be kind of nice. This was almost one. Like, if I was just having to use... Let's pretend that I was having to use just some kind of basic explosive. Like, let's say that we were going with... what's something like this? The large firebolt. And we were going to use the explosions from the large firebolt to kill the Alchemist. That's when the quantum split can really shine, because the quantum split will take it for only 10 mana, and we can start to duplicate a lot of these explosives, so that whenever we detonate it on the Alchemist, we'll get a lot more damage. But in this case, we already have the explosive projectile doing big damage. Shouldn't really be needed. Would it be strong with plasma for the bridge boss? There would be more plasmas, that is true, to maybe catch on them, but the main thing that we have is the homing. Homing makes it so that we really shouldn't need any duplicates of them. But you never know. I mean, I guess I don't think it would hurt it, but it may not do the most help. The homing is the more crucial thing to have. If I had no homing, then yeah, you probably would want the quantum split just to shoot it in his direction and hope that it hit him. Quantum split is a simplified rainbow. Use it for the theme, damn you. Alright, if you want, I can throw it on there. Can you explain the copy explosive shot doing 10 times damage? So I do have a video if you want to hear like a more detailed explanation, but the idea is basically copy random. I have everything positioned in a certain way that the copy random is forced to not really be random. It only can copy the explosive projectile. So this just means 2 explosive projectiles. And the way explosive projectile works is like an on and off switch. Whenever it's off, it really doesn't add like any damage, but if you have enough of them attached, the on switch gets flipped on and it goes from doing almost no damage, we're talking like an additional 5 damage, to then whenever the damage is turned, you know, in the on mode, it does 330 damage. So I wanted to have 2 of them. When you have 2 of them, it makes each spark bolt will then hit for 330. Again, if you want to look into it more, you can. There's a YouTube video I have called "Copy Random Spells Might Be OP." I think is what I called it. And I pretty much go into detail of what we just talked about. Alright, sir, I'm gonna need you to die. Thank you. This and this. Not my favorite drops, but whatever. We don't need this. Grab Zeta, you coward. I spit on Zeta. Here's your video on it. Oh, thank you, Bayhu. Appreciate you. Bayhu linked the video in case you're curious. He's usually accurate with his links, so you can trust him. But yeah, that's the video where I yap on the... Basically, it's like two mechanics we're talking about here. First, you learn how copy random. It's called random, but you can, you know, if you know how to place things in your wand, you can manipulate what's going to copy. That's one mechanic. And then the other one is a separate mechanic, which is how do you use explosive projectile to its fullest. So you have to kind of understand both of those things if you want to understand this build. But you don't have to understand the explosive projectile. You could use it for other purposes. For example, let me show you. Gamma casts a copy of the last spell in your wand. Put this in the last spell slot. It doesn't have to actually be in the last spot, but just make sure it's the last thing being cast. This is how I have infinite black holes now. And then if we were to attach a speed up to the gamma, it actually makes the black holes travel a little bit faster. Well, then another thing we can do, let's say that we wanted to have 2 speed ups to make it go even faster than this. Let me move this over a little bit. Get out of here, statue. So whenever we shoot this, travels to about right there. Let's say that we wanted to have double speed ups. Well, how do we get 2 speed ups? Well, we want to do copy random spell. And I believe in this scenario, it'll... Wait, actually, sometimes would it copy the black hole? As long as... Because usually if it has charges, I think it's eligible. Let me shoot this and see. So that scenario it didn't do. It was shit. Oh, because it copied the black hole, I see. So in the scenario that this copy random ends up copying the gamma, and then the gamma copies the black hole, that's why sometimes it'll shoot off a very slow black hole. This is pretty much like saying black hole, boom, appears there with a charge. But what we want is we don't want it copying the black hole sometimes. We want it to always be the speed up. So what I'll do is I'll actually place the speed up after the gamma. So whenever you place a speed up after a spell you're wanting it to modify, the way to... Oh no, I deleted my statue. Well, if I have a modifier after the spell I want it to modify, it's easy to get it to the speed up attached to this, but have it after it. All you do is you put like a multicast down. So this multicast now down is this is a double, right? So what this means is it's going to look for 2 projectiles, but there's not 2 projectiles in this wand. There's really just the one. This is a modifier. It doesn't count as like part of the double. So you're making it so that the double is reaching further into the wand looking for a second projectile. So even though there is nothing else for it to find, it will still find the speed up and attach it to the first spell, even though it's placed after it. So this will allow me to have the speed up after it, still get the speed, and then from there we can do the copy random here on the speed up, and now we end up getting double speed onto a black hole every single shot, which is nice. And then that same idea, the reason I wasn't doing it on this wand originally, so I'm not sure if that quantum is gonna fuck things up a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit funky, a little weird looking. It'll do for now. What else did we want to do? Oh yeah, you guys were saying that you wanted me to run that as on my damage build to be kind of in the rainbow theme, which I'm cool with that. And in that case, this copy random 3 random can also, you know, same idea. And then we can throw down another triple. And so that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's no 5th spell. Oh, that's pretty nice. All right, we have infinite digging. We have good damage, and we're gonna quickly swap out the damage for a moment and go homing plasma. Quantums can be... Quantum on something like a spark trigger is kind of fucked up, because what can happen is, and you're seeing it happen quite a bit, is the projectile dies earlier than you want it to, and this leads to it not firing off its payload at all. Kind of frustrating. Probably the main reason not to use on a trigger, and instead you would use it maybe just like that. Again, it's Quantum. Quantum's just a weird one. It's got its moments, it shines. This is probably not one of those moments, but we'll make it work. Grab this. We run over here. We get a little too close to that guy. Aw, we didn't get him on that one. Give me a break. What? What is going on? I blame the Quantum, personally. Shoot your AoE, I don't trust you. There it is. Look at that. It's all that damn Quantum's fault. It's messing shit up. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing so poorly. The homing plasma should be more than enough to just shred them to pieces, but I think it's also happening is the spark bolts are also getting included into the whole thing, and it's a mess. But oh well, we'll get them. It's just taking a bit longer than I would have liked. It keeps copying the spark bolts because they're hitting first, I think. Maybe I shoot the spark bolts into the wall like that. There we go. What? Ooh. It copied the plasmas on that one. You could see like a ton of extra plasmas. Just being a bit annoying. There you go. Get out of here. Alright. Pretty cool wand. Pretty cool, but both of them aren't like, oh yeah, they're both just like, yeah. Can the bridge boss copy healing? I'm not sure if the heals are in his, I mean, he copies a lot of spells, so I wouldn't be surprised, but I've never shot healing at him to copy that. That'd be pretty funny. Just spamming heals at you. Make the most dangerous healing method in Noita. Tricking the bridge boss. I don't know. That one's a little bit annoying to work with. Let's just leave it as the black hole wand. I don't want to deal with it. Sure. Let's get moving. So we've killed 3 bosses so far just because we were trying to get some early resources. And there were some better wands. Like, don't get me wrong, those bridge boss wands weren't bad, but it was nothing that I was like, oh, I need to like swap this stuff over as soon as possible. It was kind of just like, oh, that's neat, but wasn't ultra excited for it. Pick up the telly. Oh, the telly liquid. Thank you for the reminder. I need that for the eye room, even though I have infinite digging now. Yeah, I have infinite digging. It's like whatever. Check the wands that spawn over here. You never know. Sometimes you get like add manas and stuff spawning in here. That'd be nice. Nope. There's a red glimmer, but in general seems pretty nope. Oh, what is that? A player ghost. Whoops, I gotta empty that bones folder. It's dropping silly stuff. Don't worry, I won't use the wand since I know a lot of you guys won't have the same wand in your run, so I'm not gonna use it. It has a piercing on it. I would love to use that piercing, but bones folder wand's kind of lame. Would Moo help with the copying the speed up, or does Gamma not pick that one up? You mean like putting the Moo on there? We could put the speed up here and then copy the Moo. You would end up with the same. Actually, no, wait, there would be one extra speed up, wouldn't there? Yeah, you could. You could. But then you would have to deal with the additional cast delay on there. It's Mew, not Moo. That's classic. It's Mew, not Moo. Then I go, okay, the Mew. And then somebody says, it's Moo, not Mew. And then this cycle continues. It's the Muse. Oh, fuck, I messed up my... Let me think. Let me think. Using my massive brain, I can do this. Alright, you ready for this shit? This is how dedicated I am to this. Actually, fuck, this is too far to the left, I think. Let's see, this would be funny if this actually somehow worked. Alright, chat, please, no autographs. I'm trying to play video games right now. Jesus. Come on. Please. No, no. Back up. Stand back. Stand back.
Nice work, bitch.
That's what makes Noita fun, is you can come up with these really creative ways to be like, how do I plug this fucking hole I just made in the side of this? Like, ah, sure, this will work. You had freeze? You shut your mouth. That's what makes Noita fun. There's a million solutions, right? There's a million solutions to a problem. Mine was dropping the HUD. Yours was probably a lot more reasonable and just freezing some water and sealing it up that way. No one's clapping. I saw people throwing their underwear at me. That's how hyped they were for that. They're like, oh my god. It's amazing. You could even create a stack of potions and use that to clog up the hole, but that one seems kind of... What is happening? I'm just a fucking firing squad around me right now. What is that, worm blood? Oh, there is worm blood. Oh. There's a worm on the loose somewhere over here. There you are. I was looking for you. And you gave me a heart. Thank you. What a nice worm. Alright, so we're gonna drink his blood. As you do with worms. Alright, so I drank a bit of the worm blood. What we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly check to see if there's a heart mage in here. That could help the momentum in our run a bit. Any heart mages hanging out? Heart mage, where are you? So my wand is actually... Oh, there is one! Hey, little fella. There we go. The shield's going to be a bit annoying, so we have to kind of jump into him as he's doing this. Alright, I forget how much HP we had, but... Oh, fuck you. Ricocheted one off my shield. Alrighty, let's see. I don't know if the last one is going to apply like we would have wanted it to. Oh, it did. Okay. 1,945 HP. Pretty good. Yeah, you can do the Heart Mage trick without Ambrosia. It's just the Heart Mage attacks actually do 7 damage. So you can see that by the end of it, like 7 is like my entire health bar. So the Heart Mage would just one-shot you. So Ambrosia, while it's not 100% necessary, if you don't have Ambrosia, you need to do it in a very safe way where only you take a couple hits from him and then do the trick and you won't get nearly as much benefits, but one heart could easily still add, you know, like 200 or 400 HP, but going for the thousands is high risk. Got some ducks. Oh, I forgot about this wand here. So we have the piercing. Rainbow ducks? Sure, let's do a ducks build. Don't really run the ducks. I'm gonna have to remember that the piercing. I'm gonna leave the piercing in there. I may need that. Alright, ducks. We'll hold on to one of the ducks. Toss the rest of this. Swap into Artelli. Got that going. over here. Ooh. All these builds, but you only have 2 more hours to get to New Game++. Yeah, I think we're in great shape. We are looking good. I'm just trying to decide on the damn shield part of it. That's the... How do I want to get the shield stacking going? Can't decide. Rotate towards kind of nice. There's a glittering field that Hamper was hype for. Maybe. Let's go ahead and clear out the bottom areas of this place, and then we're going to solve the rest of our issues by going back to the surface, and then probably parallel worlds. I'll be having you guys vote soon which method you guys want me to get the... how do you want me to get the multiple shields? Through breaking the reroll machine or through perk duping? Triplicate. Triplicate's huge upgrade in our damage. Weeb, shut your mouth! Pain in the ass, weebs. We'll do a roll on this one. Electric immunity is pretty nice. Okay, now the dice works, of course. The dice works only when it wants to work.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
The reason for putting the triplicate in the build is you got to remember that every one of the bullets gets the modifiers that you add to triplicates. So if you were to replace a spark bolt with a triplicate bolt, you basically are getting 3 times this explosion damage just with that minor change. 3 times over the spark bolt, of course. Which is nice. Alright, go down here. Down here. Dragon. Hello. This potentially is a good tele wand if we can get some good resources for that. Oh, I didn't grab the digging bolts from earlier, did I? Mate, you're nuking those poor fellows. This is the power of explosive projectile. Explosive projectile, I mean, as you can see, my build is very basic. I really don't have that many spells in it. But because explosive projectile just amplifies your damage so much, and the spells that I have it attached to, you don't even need explosion immunity. So I can even shoot this at my own feet. And I mean, it may try to burn me a little bit because there's obviously explosion, so there's fire. But because I have fire immunity, I don't have to even worry about that little detail. Runestone of Light, pass. Gotta love the explosive projectile. Damn it. What else we got here? A lot of nonsense. You know what this run needs more of? More HP. Why not add on like an additional 1000 HP? Sure. You'll notice my pacing is a bit quicker than I normally play. I like to walk around and smell the roses, but since today's stream is about going to be 2 hours shorter than normal, we're probably going to be going for, another 2 hours from right now. Be streaming for another 2 hours. At least I plan to, you know, sometimes it runs longer. Because I got a late start to today's stream. But yeah, so I can't smell the roses quite as much as I normally do. Instead, we're having to sprint ahead. Is there any heart in there? Actually, why would we need a heart? We don't need any HP. What am I talking about? Just a lot of random shit in there. Hello, Big Steve. Goodbye, Big Steve. whole bunch of stuff that I really am not that interested in. Let's grab the gold and the crit. Okay. Of course, the dice procs when it's not that interesting. Boom. We're going to switch up the build soon just because, you know, we run explosive projectile builds a lot. You know, we run the ducks a lot too, but I don't know. I find the ducks, they're like just fun watching the ducks run all over the place. But we need another Greek letter because our current Greek letter, we only have one of them that can copy spells that are out of charges. And I'm needing that for my black holes. So we'll probably end up grabbing up some gold, flying quickly up to heaven, and then maybe doing that to get what we need. Oh, this guy here actually does not give a shit about explosion damage, so my build kind of sucks against him. We have to just like kind of spam our low damage triplicate bolt chainsaw at him. Yeah, so this really shows you how our damage type is not really that if you remove the explosion element to it, it's really nothing. It is a joke. Luckily, there aren't too many of the enemies that ignore explosion damage. Most of them are pretty vulnerable to it. Alright. Lame last mountain. Alright, so here we have exploding corpses, which has explosion immunity built into it. Is there any issues with that today? Let me think. I don't think so. Polymages, we shouldn't be doing any polymage stuff. It's annoying. I mean, I like the explosion immunity though, but I guess we can just wait for the regular explosion immunity because look at our HP now. Explosion isn't gonna, if it's early in a run, yes, exploding corpses is usually almost always worth the grab. But when your HP is this high, I mean, it would be crazy for an explosion to kill you at this point. So we'll go ahead and just grab no more shuffle. Oh, the dice procced, of course. Magical liquid from mages won't happen. Wait, yeah, it still happens. Wait, why wouldn't it happen? Oh? I'm gonna go ahead and kill Kolmi now since we're gonna have to head to several new game pluses today. This is just one of the Kolmi stops, one of many. Alright, grab that. If the corpses explode, won't they not bleed? Once the corpse is laying there, but to get them to bleed magical liquid, they actually need to be alive at the time of it. You want to milk them, not bleed them. Well, I guess they're kind of bleeding. They're bleeding the magical liquid only while alive. I don't know actually, because the ghosts don't leave a corpse. That's the problem. That's why you couldn't really get it from their corpses. Alright, in the top right, which is here, take that. It should take us near the gold room. So while we're collecting gold and listening to DunkTales, I'm going to have you guys vote on a 1-minute poll. There are a couple different methods to stacking many of the... what is this? See, I have this perk here, the permanent shield. We want to stack many of these, at least 7 of them today. 2 main methods come to mind. One is breaking the reroll machine, and the other is perk duping, where you can actually dupe your perks. And this originally started out as kind of like a bug / glitch in Noita, but the devs actually made it a mechanic, which I've done several times. I have videos where I talk about it, so most of you guys have already heard of it before. But which method do you guys want me to do for the shields? The reason we're going to stack many of the shields is once we get like 7 of them, then we're going to convert those shields into rainbow shields. It doesn't make them work any different. They just look different visually. They look cool. So let's...
Fastest is just making a PW travel wand and breaking reroll machines.
Wait, parallel world travel wand and breaking reroll machines? True, true. But let's see what the chat wants to do. So you guys be voting on that, and while you're voting for which method you want me to do to stack the shields. Gold room. All right, let me... One moment. There we go.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales. Ooh. Every night he's out there screaming. DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. Ooh. When it seems he's finally going to play the darn game. Endless yapping never fails. Chainsaws explain. Degens are betting. Come be a sweating. DunkTales. Ooh. Self-proclaiming God game moving. DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of stalling food bags and good duck spells. Ooh. Danger ways will find you. Avert your eyes, emotes will find you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. DunkTales, ooh. Got giga brains and sweaty stains. It's DunkTales, ooh. Drenched in sweat, I'll bet that orange hood smells, ooh. Dunkbot 2.0, gonna be here any year now. So hold your breath and hop onto some DunkTales, ooh. Every graveyard shift is game in DunkTales, ooh. Tales of swearing, rage, and when his luck fails, ooh. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales, ooh. Tales of legend, ball jokes, and good duck spells, ooh. Not Gamble fails, all fam on snails, no DunkTales, ooh.
There you go. You got the longer version too, chat. You are blessed. Blessed by the longer version. All right. So we're collecting this extra gold. Chat ended up choosing breaking the reroll machine for the method that they want me to stack the shield. So this is an interesting one because I believe with the shield, I may need to glance at the wiki, but there are certain perks that whenever you grab, an easy example is once you grab explosion immunity, like you grab the perk explosion immunity doesn't show up again in the Holy Mountains. It like removes it, right? And then so the shield perk, yeah, it's 5, yeah. So the shield perk also has a similar rule, but it's not after 1. It takes 5 of them and then it removes it from the pool. Well, we're wanting to get to 7. So you're like, okay, well, how do you get, if you grab 5 and it stops spawning, how are you going to get to 7? Well, what you do whenever you break the reroll machine, this is the whole reason for breaking the reroll machine. Because if you're wanting to get to 7, you actually wouldn't even need to break the reroll machine. You just go traveling through lots of holy mountains, grabbing up the shield perks as you see it. But if we want to go beyond the number that it should normally let us, breaking the reroll machine makes it a lot easier, because what we can do is we go to a holy mountain, we reroll it, because we have like 1,000 rerolls once we break the machines. We just reroll it until the shield shows up, and then we do not grab that shield. We leave it there. Go to the next mountain, same thing. You make the shield appear, you don't grab it. You will do this until you have like 7 of them, and then you go back and pick up all 7. This is a way to get around that whole
It feels like
balance,
with all the challenge runs going on, there was a distinct lack of DuckTales in recent times. Petition
Really?
to have it run on repeat when you attempt the random start
What?
gold location.
There has been a lack of them. You are right about that. Basically, explain that again while impersonating Trump. What? basically, if the shield, if once you have 5 of them and you re-roll, the shield's not going to show up, then just make them already show up before you grab them. You know what I mean? You'll see. It'll be what we do today. It'll be the method that we use. So you'll get to see it firsthand. Why only 7? They said the colors of the rainbow. That's why they selected 7. And at a certain point, if you grab too many shields, the bitrate of the stream tanks and it becomes very blurry. So we were trying to avoid that happening. Is there any chance you can do this in 2 hours? Oh yeah, we should be fine. Bloop, 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 bloop. And because we haven't grabbed the Greek letter that I was wanting to get yet, well, what I'm going to do instead is when I get over here, I'm actually going to find the Alchemist in the parallel world. Not the Ghost Alchemist, because we just killed a Ghost Alchemist. Oops. Here you go. Hello there, little fella. And of course he also dropped kind of shitty spells, but whatever. And then now, so we were running this big explosion build. We're going to go ahead and get ready to swap out, and we're going to run ducks. Have some fun with ducks for a while. We are so rich, folks. We can afford so many rerolls. We're going to have so many rerolls. They will say, please, no more rerolls. You'll be sick of the rerolls. You'll say, please, Mr. Dunk, no more rerolls. We can't take anymore. I have no idea who you could be impersonating. This is a mystery. Alright, so luckily this area, besides just getting hurt from like explosions and lava, should be no polymorphine, so we can move through it kinda quickly. Alright. Go directly down. Alright, we're grabbing the one that's better for Telly. Don't you scream at me. Don't you dare. And then remember, since we're in a parallel world, that means do not use the portals because they take you back to the main world. So, did I just use the portal in the mountain? I mean, in the tower? I was hacked! Actually, wait, no, this is fine. I was just talking about don't take the Holy Mountain portals while also taking the tower portal. What the fuck? So this stays... I guess this can stay too. Light. Put it there. Good, good.
That tiny peanut brain overheating and having IRL.
Wait, look, hey, our Telewan's so nice now, we can be back there in 2 seconds. Alright, now we're back in the parallel world, so now we need to avoid the mountain portals. And remember, we're breaking the reroll machine.
No shit post this time. I just want to say thank you. Thanks for putting up with our crap and being a good sport about a joke. You are an amazing human being.
I appreciate you, Turbo. I was expecting a ball joke any moment by the end of that. Thank you, Turbo. I appreciate the love, dude. Alright, so this is the beginning of the breaking of the reroll machine. So what I do is if I want to grab a perk, I have to drop the reroll out of the mountain. If I do not want to grab a perk, because maybe I'm not super interested in the ones that are there, I just leave it there. So this is how you break the reroll machine. We have to leave like 5 parallel worlds worth of reroll machines. Should be good. Let's go. Alright, so obviously we want to take Tinker. So since we are wanting to take Tinker, that means that we should drop the reroll machine out of the mountain. That way we can grab Tinker. Do we need to do the repelling? Let's go ahead and grab the repelling as well. Grab repelling. Oh, dang, they're all staying. Well, the perks ended up staying, so it turns out I didn't even need to drop it out of the mountain, but we didn't know that at the time that we dropped it. Also, ducks. We were going to swap over to ducks. Triple. Ducks. I I'm emptying out the charges of the ducks. Alright, now we emptied out the charges. I don't have explosion immunity yet, so when the ducks explode, they do still hurt me. We're going to go with rotate towards and homing. That's probably really expensive. We probably shouldn't do both of them. Gamma. Gamma casts a copy of the last spell on your wand. Ducks are in the last spot. There we go. Homing, rotate towards ducks. Should be good stuff. Alright. And then in a bit, we'll probably swap over to rainbow ducks once we get everything set up. But as you see, when I drop the reroll machine out, it keeps its price tag. That's what we're mainly focused on today. We do not want that price tag to disappear. It is important. There's the explosion immunity we're looking for. So what we do, drop this out of the mountain. Come on, a little bit further. There you go. Should be far enough. We grab exploding. Everything else is staying. Propulsion. I'll grab the water. This in case we get a crit on water. Propulsion is kind of tempting. If it was earlier in the run, I probably would grab it for safety, but we're pretty deep into the run. I'm like, we shouldn't need it. Go, ducks, go! The ducks are very powerful. They seem like they're a meme, but if you actually watch them, they shred stuff. The problem is they're usually limited in their charges, and it makes them not so great. But we have a Greek letter to fix that problem. The main thing to fear right now is accidentally running into polymorphine. That's what I'm mainly looking out for. There is peace with the gods. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I don't want it to deal with fighting Steve at every damn mountain. It is a bit annoying. We grab this. See how the perks disappeared, yet the reroll machine keeps its price tag. That's the reason for dropping it out of the mountain. And we head up. So this has been our first parallel world of breaking the reroll machines. We have to do this 4 more times. Make it 5 for safety. Make it 5. We are going to do 5. Oh, 5 extra. I do have an extra reroll or 2 in the main world, I believe. So for emergency, they should be there. No portals. So those portals actually are allowed. Those are the only portals that you can use. Well, one of the only portals. Or maybe there's a couple exceptions, I guess. But yeah, the ones next to the Dragon Cave are allowed. What do you mean allowed? Like they don't take you back to the main world. Like earlier, I accidentally took the portal at the top of the tower, not thinking that I was in a parallel world. So when I took the tower portal, it took me back to the main world, and I just wasn't thinking. But in the Leviathan portals, they keep you in the parallel world, which is nice. Don't need those. We'll go ahead and grab the heal. So reroll machine stays. We just keep dropping down. What does it look like if you put explosive projectile on black hole? Very disappointing, because let me shoot this. Shoot that. Watch whenever the black holes end. See the little explosion? Basically, when a projectile dies, that's when the explosive part happens. Since black holes just kind of, when they hit stuff, they don't die. They keep eating through it. Essentially, you have to wait for its lifetime to end before you get to see the explosion. There is Summon Tychosova in case we end up needing that today for anything. And this is parallel world number 2. We have 3 more parallel worlds to break those, or prep the reroll machines. It's not officially the breaking part yet. Yeah, the whole reroll machine, basically the focus with the reroll machine is you do not want them to lose the price tag above them. That's the whole idea. So whenever you see me sometimes not dropping it out of the mountain, sometimes I do, it's all because usually when you pick up a perk, it removes the rest of the perks, and it removes the price tag above the reroll machine. You don't want that to happen. That's why sometimes anytime I'm moving it away from the perk so that it doesn't know that I grabbed a perk, so it doesn't know to remove its price tag. It leaves it on there. Extra life, I would like that. And that is a yes. Kill some sure. Gas fire. I mean, I guess at this point it's not a big deal to grab. That's fine. Another shield. Shield number 2. So we will drop this machine out of here. Make sure it's not too close to the perks. That shouldn't be too close. Grab this. Price tag is still there. Look at this wand. Ooh, it has a better homing on there. And it has a reduce. Alright, so reduce can get added here. Probably gonna need that to be moved. Do that, do that. Interesting. So you do not want to pick up more shields after number 4, right before you're done with... Exactly. I'll probably stop after like the 3rd just to make sure I give myself a little wiggle room. You know what I mean? So if I make a mistake, you'll be like, oh crap. But yes, exactly. You get the idea. Basically what would happen is if we did accidentally grab that extra ones or whatever, if we did that, we'd have to go to the perk remover, or we could just do, you know, obviously that works too. Going into East 4, okay. We're doing good, we're making some good time. Unlimited spells and stainless armor both are kind of nice. A little bit lower, I don't know. It's actually kind of a downgrade if you think about it, because the ducks are costing 100 mana, and now that they're unlimited, I am using the actual 100 mana cost rather than the Greek letter, so in a way we just downgraded our duck's wand. But hopefully we'll have... We could farm add manas if we really wanted to from that. And that would totally take care of our problem. Faster movement. I do want to grab that. Grab this. What's the minimum parallel worlds needed to break the rerolls? Technically, I think Alias actually even did it before. It'd be pretty time consuming, but you could break the reroll machine without going into any parallel worlds. Well, you may want to go to the parallel worlds to collect money, but you can just roll the regular reroll machines a shit ton of times. Actually, let me think. How many would be needed in that scenario? You can push the numbers pretty high. It's just going to be very expensive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I can't remember on that if you do that method, if there's still a limited, like you still need a minimal amount. I can't remember the details. Point is, you don't have to go to 5 parallel worlds. You can do it in a lot less than that, but it just costs way more money. So it's like one of those things of, oh, you saved yourself time of not going to an extra parallel world, but then you spent 5 times that amount of time collecting gold so that you could do the rerolls. It just doesn't, the math just isn't there. How do you even get such an absurd amount of gold? Well, it depends. You can still break the reroll machine while you have already done like the toxic gold ending. So you could use the toxic gold ending to get up to like infinite, like with a little infinity sign shows up, because it means the amount is so large it just shows infinity instead of saying the number. If that counts, well then toxic gold ending in that case. Besides that, usually it's a lot of the gold perks. The gold perks allow you to do some crazy stuff where even like one of these little nuggets of gold, which should usually be worth like 10 gold, will hand you like, you know, millions of gold because you can amplify their benefits. All right, this is parallel world number 4. Oh, there's a crit on oil. I haven't seen any oil, I don't think. We have 1 parallel world remaining, and then we can start actually breaking the machines. And for those people that were confused the whole time, they'll understand why we were dropping the machines down. It'll start to make sense. All right, final parallel world that we need today. Well, I guess I say that. We may end up having to travel to other parallel... I know we will for rolling new perks, but this will be the final parallel world we need for the breaking of the reroll machines. Put it that way. I was AFK for... figured out the shift so you can quickly do what you need to do. So it's gonna be a weird one. Indoor Cat was the first one to bring it up. He was like, today's daily is like a pain in the ass to get the shifts that you're wanting. So then we started looking into it, and he was definitely right. Today's daily is frustrating, but if we... I mean, like, there's a couple different ways to go about it, but if we want to keep it as simple as possible, in New Game +2, the very first shift actually turns water away, like it shifts it away into whatever flask you're holding. And then you go to the next New Game Plus, so which that's New Game +3, and that shift turns, so it'll be water into something, and then the next shift will be something into water. So basically we're going to be in New Game +2 and 3, doing one shift in each one of them. So the shifting should be really simple, it's just we have to go to kind of a crazy lengths to get the simple shifts. Alright, now we begin to break the machines. So, the price tag on this machine and every machine that we've passed by for a while is 1,600. So what I want to do is I want to start to roll it. Let me get rid of this stupid tick. There we go. So we're going to start re-rolling, and this is going to start burning our money crazy fast. We're not really looking at the perks yet. Don't worry about them. I think we need to do one more reroll, so we're only going to be left with 39k, so that means we'll probably need to collect a little bit more gold. Not much. But so the rerolls are currently at 204,000 gold. 204,800 to be precise. And what we're going to do is, since we only have 39,000 gold, so we want to push this reroll number higher, but we don't want to collect a ridiculous amount of gold. Like, I don't want to go collect 204,000 gold just to reroll it one more time. That's a bit extreme. So instead, what we do is we go to old machines, because any new machines that we load in, they'll have the updated number. But the old machines, they have the old number the last time I saw them. So 1,600, we roll it. Now it's at 409,000. This is the breaking of the reroll machines. 819,000. Feared by worms. Is there any? I'll grab feared by worms, you know. Should be fine. Don't want any of those. Oops. So we're up to, right now, just to do a single reroll, if we didn't do the breaking reroll machines method, you'd need 6.5 million gold. Quick pit stop just to collect a little bit of extra gold. We won't super need that much, but I'll just, might as well do this while we're doing our shop. I'll be collecting gold in the background. Alright, so we got enough gold. I just grabbed a little bit of extra bonus gold while we were chilling. Time to lock the fuck in. Assume. There we go. So the reroll machines, as you can see, are starting to get crazy expensive. It's currently at 419 million gold just to do one reroll. Luckily, I've dropped down a ton of machines, so we won't have to worry about that. I might go in here. It's supposed to be here. Also, in case you're curious about the devs and how, like, you know, would they ever patch this out, stuff like that. I mean, I can't say for sure. The devs are unpredictable, but whenever they were designing some stuff in the game, Latali was telling me whenever Himpuli had added the Sun Quest, he was even saying on his stream that maybe he made the Sun Quest a little bit too dangerous. And he was thinking about, I guess, nerfing it and stuff, making it so that the sun isn't so deadly. And Latali was saying, it's like, don't worry about it, you know, because of the reroll machine breaking method, players will be able to power up infinitely and try to, you know, to be able to do the Sun Quest. And so, and it was never removed. So there's a chance that he, why did I just fucking grab that perk? And then why did the, god damn it. Luckily we have an extra reroll machine, it's not a big deal. Of course the dice didn't proc on that one. I was yapping, so I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Words, things. Oh, so I don't know how much he took that into account, but I think there's a good chance that he, you know, since he knew Latali is pretty informed on stuff in the community, I think he just decided, oh yeah, Latali's right. So I feel like in that case, the reroll machine breaking is kind of like integrated in the game into the game, as it's like it's expected to be used for like Sun Quests and stuff. All right, so gas blood. Do I want to grab this now? Nah, we'll hold off a little bit longer. I don't want the floatiness. So it's Latali's fault? Yeah, it's all Latali's fault. All his fault. No, because he was right. He was right. He was like, don't worry, the Sun Quest doesn't need to be nerfed because, you know, people will find a way to make it work. Which he's right. He's right. Whenever you can break the reroll machines, I mean, the devs can throw pretty much anything at you at that point, and you can find a way to survive it. A little bit unorganized, disorganized on that one. All over the place. What is the number right now? 858 billion? That's a little bit of gold. A little bit of gold required there. Weren't the devs like breaking the reroll machine? What do you mean? Or was it some other jank tech? No, they're talking about the Bridge Boss cheese and the the fifth wand holding. Things like that, they tended to be like, huh? What's that? Rather, you know, things that were in the game for years. But then clearly they weren't really paying attention to what the community was doing. But the reroll machine, I think they're well aware of the reroll machine stuff. Then, you know, I could be wrong. He may have just, you know, maybe Latali said that to him, and then he just was like, yeah, whatever that means. He's like, yeah, breaking the reroll machine, sure. Whatever the hell that guy's talking about. What world are we in right now? East 1? Okay, so that means we can take this portal and go to this machine, and that breaks it. Yeah, there we go. Because I need, if you're curious, I had to go back to the main world because I accidentally messed up one of the machines. So luckily I had one remaining back in the main world that I could just easily, you know, use it to make up for the one I lost. So now the reroll machine is broken. As you saw, the number was like janky and just like kind of sitting off to the side. So now we do the shield stacking. We're actually going to use the west parallel world since we were going to the east for the breaking of the machines. We could keep going east, and because I find the east worlds to be a lot more stable than the west worlds. But just to keep it organized, I'll use the west for getting the perks that I want. Alright, oh, shield appears immediately. Let's do a restart just to make sure our game is nice and stable. Don't forget Meat Realm boss before New Game Plus. Yes, good call, Bayhue. Good fucking call. Got to remember that shit. Okay. So first one, we don't even have to do anything that crazy. We can just grab this shield. I mean, it's kind of wasteful. Realistically, you should, the early rerolls should be all used for getting more dice and more perks down. And then after that, you focus on grabbing the perks you want. So this would be the smart thing to do. You roll. I gotta learn the rolls right now. More love is also a big deal, but we'll worry about that later. See, so there's the shield. You should be saying not yet, and you should be pushing forward and looking for, what are we looking for? Oh, we have the shield showing up multiple times. That should make it pretty easy for us. This is what we are looking for. So we grab the dice and we grab extra perk lottery. So then what that's going to do is it makes it more efficient so that later on when we're down here, you're getting more value out of each roll because you've grabbed. In fact, we should do it probably one more time, right? Where you roll. See, the shield's already showing up again. Not yet, though. See the shield again, and then again we have the same thing playing out because they are in a set order. They change every seed, but the seed stays consistent. So that means every time you'll notice that this dice, and then right after it, you can see this little extra perk sitting there. I guess we'll just grab crits. How many dice do we have? We have 4 of the perk lottery. So the problem with the extra perk, the thing that adds the extra perk at each holy mountain, is sometimes it starts to get really hard to see the perks. So usually around now, I have 3 extras, right? Yes, I have 3 extra. I usually don't grab beyond this. Some people love to stack way more and just use their cursor to like sort through them, but I like to cleanly see what's in front of me, you know? So I just stick with this one. So we currently have 3 shields. Yes. I will take... Wait, do we have an extra life? We do have an extra life. Let's not worry about the details then. Let's see. Roll forward. Should be another shield showing up soon, I think, right? Yeah, there's the other shield. Still not going to grab it yet. So I'm going to grab another one of the perk lottery. You see that? We just grabbed a perk lottery and they disappeared. This is why you're wanting to stack many of them, because in a way, I just lost 5 coin flips, essentially. Each one has a 50% chance. I just lost all 5 coin flips, so I lost a perk. So that's why it's a little bit of an inefficient way. We don't have to be that efficient today. It's not that big of a deal. We're not doing like really important stuff. We can get by being super inefficient, but I'm pointing it out because some people will break the reroll machine because they're wanting to do some insane god run. So it's important like you learn these little efficiencies so that you can get as much value from your breaking the rerolls as possible. There's the dice again. Alright, we're not going to do any more dice stacking. We're happy with 6 dice. I mean, we may still lose some coin flips, but whatever. So more love is one of these things that you could argue is insanely OP, and a lot of people don't like it when I stack too many of them. But for today, you know what? We're going to keep it simple. I'm going to grab them. If we get 4 of the more love perk, then all the enemies are essentially going to become passive to us. They're going to become friendly. And that's pretty dang good. I'm not going to grab 2... I'm going to just leave that there for now. We'll see. Alright, we roll it. I'll start to grab the random things that I've been just, you know, skipping out on. I hate these annoying ticks. There we go. They are frustrating. Is there anything I need to remove from the pool? I guess I'll just grab Strong Levitation. Really, you shouldn't be rolling when you've gotten only a couple perks remaining, because these are really inefficient rolls. But screw it. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to remove that one from it, wasn't I? Alright, we can go ahead and grab the gas blood now. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. This next west world that we go to will... grab the last of the shields that we need, and then I'll kind of discuss last bits of strategy and how we're going to complete this run. Alright, so there's a shield. We're going to leave that shield there. if I was to grab that shield, it would be number 4 on our character, right? So let's pretend that we grabbed that and we had 4 shields. Then when I go down to this next one and I roll it, well, actually, in fact, let me grab stainless and more love. Kind of greedy. This would be shield number 5 if I had grabbed the previous shield, right? Meaning if I grab the previous one and then I grab this one, that's 5 shields total. Now the game says, oh, he has 5 shields. Don't spawn in any more of the permanent shield perk. He has 5 of them. But what we're going to do is we're not picking them up. We're leaving them there. That way we can keep getting more shields beyond what we're supposed to really be able to get. And then we can backtrack and pick up the shields that we left behind. So, so we have 5, and then this will be... what all are we wanting to grab now? Oh yeah, more love. That's what we need to focus on at this point, because we have 2 of them. Let's see, where's the more love? There we go. More love. Guess we'll grab another stainless armor. Then we roll, it's right there. So that would be number 6. Let me go ahead and check the... I don't think I checked the reroll, or the eye room on the last world. Even if you run out of reroll, there's still the perk remove. Yeah, we could still... I had the chat vote earlier to see which one they would prefer, perk duping or the reroll machine. And so they selected the reroll machine. And some of them I think were curious. It's like, well, if you choose to use a reroll, how do you get past that issue? So that's why we're focusing on this method specifically. So we can keep doing the same thing that we've been doing on the last few, which is we are bypassing the first shield that it's offering us. And the reason we're doing that is because we keep grabbing the more love, which is number 4. So now enemies are now passive towards us. And then we've been grabbing up the stainless armor and the extra life. And then we just leave. That should actually be is that number 7 there? I'll get 1 extra just to be certain. There's another stainless armor. This one just landed on the right one immediately. So many extra lives. Probably too many extra lives. It's getting a bit laggy though, you can tell. This is the West world always does this crap. It's so laggy. I mean, the other worlds do too, but this one especially so. We already have enough more loves. Is there anything else that we want out of our broken reroll machine? Not really. I don't think so. Do I have double repelling? Let me look. I do. Glass cannon? No, not glass cannon. Iron stomach? Yeah, it's a maybe actually. It's not bad. Yeah, we could always do more because the broken reroll machine will follow us into the new Game Pluses. He is right. Behu's right. So there's no reason to like obsess over it because we could just fix it in New Game Plus. But using this broken reroll machine is how you can also stack your health up into... We go into the millions really quickly. Because you just go... You grab the extra health. You roll, you look for another one, grab another one. Because we have so many rerolls. Like, we can just burn through these for forever. So, permanent shield. In fact, we can even grab a couple of the extra healths now. Because I don't give a shit. Actually, where is it? Yeah, there you go. See that? How you can push your HP up so quickly. Blast through it. Sure, we'll grab another one of those. How many rerolls are guaranteed? I think the exact number is like 997. I think. I don't know why that number sticks out in my head. I could be wrong on that, though. So we currently have 4 shields. This is number 5. 976? 967, Turbo says. Nah, I don't know. It's 900 something. I think you just want... Did you just want to say 6, 7? Is that it? Alright. Count the shields. Or we can just Do this. We have the permanent shield 5 times. So this is number 6. All right, why is that? So the healers are naturally trying to heal us. That's because we've stacked more love 4 times. So they're just naturally, they love me. All right, we need to grab 1 more shield, and then we will have hit 7 shields. Boom. But if we were to, let's say we were to look through the rerolls trying to find the shield again, it's not going to appear again because we've already, you know, remember I told you after 5, it's going to remove it from the pool. Now, obviously, this is super wasteful on the rerolls, but we don't really need them for anything today, so it's kind of just nice to show it. Whatever. See, there's another one there, but we just needed 7 for today, and as you can see, we have 7 permanent shields. So now to focus on the next part of the next chapter of our run today. Does shield reduce damage taken? Can you stack so many that you just don't take damage? This shield doesn't reduce damage taken. It just reduces the likelihood of a projectile being able to reach your character. There are other ways, though, to reduce damage taken. Mainly the one that you'd be interested in would be stainless. This one right here. Oh, you can't see because it's under my camera. Let me move my camera for a second. Camera, get out of the way. This one right here, stainless armor. We have 7 of them. This is a very, very strong one for reducing the damage that you take. In fact, if you watch this, I'll take the portal real quick. So this portal took us back to the main world. So now we are back home. And then we're going to run on over to the right side over here. And here's lava. Look at our character's HP. So even whenever we're swimming in lava, really doesn't hurt us that much. That's those stainless armors reducing the damage that I take. That's them in action. But as you can see, they're still doing a little bit of damage, so you can just keep stacking more of those stainless armors, and it will just keep reducing that damage more and more. To the point that whenever you jump in lava, you won't even notice your HP moving at all. Alright, we've got to go to the meat realm real quick. Meat realm. And the reason we have to go to the meat realm real fast is to get rid of the curse. This curse can really screw over your runs if you go to New Game Plus. So get rid of this bastard while you can. Screw that guy. Ducks, obviously, shred him. Your personal strongest ever Mina versus your favorite anime universe. Who wins? Your personal strongest Mina. Oh, okay. So it's like the test where people are like Naruto versus Goku, but you're like God mode Mina versus who's a powerful anime character? Versus Goku? Versus Naruto? I don't know. I think God mode Mina wins. Mr. Satan versus Krillin. Saitama versus Mina. I would like to watch that battle. That'd be an entertaining one. How's the run going? It's going good. We have the shields all set up. Now time to talk fungal shifting. In fact, let me empty this out. And we need to use our flasks to prepare. We have 2 flask spots. We have to fill those up. Alright, so the rainbow liquid is going to be crucial for today's fungal shifting because we want to do a rainbow fungal shift. So let's head on over to where you can always get rainbow liquid in every run. So if you want to rep Pride Month... Actually, wait, hold on. 2 things I need to do. Have that. Power scaling across franchises is the dumbest shit fandoms have come up with, and it's just pure rage bait every time. There are so many characters that are effectively so strong that the only way they can lose is bad writing and ignoring some of their powers. What are you talking about? What? All anime characters are always written flawlessly in terms of a power balance. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Even worse than that, like flawed you know, balancing or whatever, is more like they'll mess up. So you're trying to compare different universes, right? They'll mess up in their own universe. Sometimes the power scaling doesn't make sense. It'll be like, this guy's one move is impossible to survive. And then like this one dude just like gets shot in the face with it and survives. And he's like, well, except whenever that guy gets hit in the face and he can survive it, that's his one ability. It's like, what the fuck? Classic writing yourself into a corner. Yeah, it's like sometimes they commit really hard. I think because they think maybe like in their realm, it's like the story is maybe getting near an end. But then maybe they find out, oh, for whatever reason, they need to drag it on for like a couple more seasons. So they're like, wait. But the end of last season, we had it where he did a move that insta-kills anything that it touches. So how do we balance that? They're like, we make another character who can never be insta-killed to anything ever. You're like, what? What the fuck is happening? Solo leveling? Dude, solo leveling is gonna... Yeah, the balance on that shit seems like it's... I mean, there's only 2 seasons so far, so we'll see. But it does seem like it's going to get pretty fucked. All right, so above the little Wicker Man statue, you go up. And there is the rainbow liquid, which normally you can stand on that cloud. But because I have gas fire, it's burning it, which is annoying. All right, rainbow liquid or rainbow trail. We put it on the ducks. Now the ducks will shit out rainbow. Woo! Yay for shitting ducks. And then also, we're going to go over here. We're going to throw our tablet into the hut. We're going to jump into here. We're going to kill that guy. And then we're going to grab the rainbow glimmer. Maximum gauge. Put the rainbow on the ducks. So we have rainbow ducks shooting out rainbow trail. Woo! Look at them go. I know that it probably doesn't look the best on stream because the bitrate sometimes can go pretty bad when you have so many pixels moving at the same time. Like already having this many shields on your character can make the stream blur quite a bit. Yeah, so add that with the rainbow trail. Probably looking pretty rough. What's our next moves? Fungal shifting stuff. We got to prep that. So let's empty out the water and the ambrosia. Both of these have got to go. Are you picking up duck rainbow poop? That's what we're about to. Let's pick it up. So we shoot out this, and then we scoop up the duck rainbow poop. Oh, not quite filled up. Hold up. Whenever the rainbow liquid is in the world, it expires after like just a little bit of time, as you can see, like, I don't know, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, it expires. But whenever it's in a potion or a flask, it'll just stay there forever. So we have 100% rainbow liquid. That's perfect. And then now we need to go milk a ghost, which sounds weird, I know, but trust me, it's important. You need to do that. It's important. Don't judge me for milking a ghost. Let's do the mimicium quest real quick. In fact, I'll probably want an extra flask. So we're gonna grab up the milk flask and empty that. Scoop up the pheromone. Alright, put the pheromone on top of the mimic after it spawns. I just burst into flames. What was that about? Anyways. Pick up the mimic. This is a quick quest that we're doing just so that we can have the mimicium spell. It'll help us. Alright. Drop the mimicium liquid on the empty potions. Starts to glow up there. We have to do this 10 times. 3 more times, 2 more times, 1, 2. Alright, we should be good. There we go. Sea of Mimicium. And the reason we need this is because there's 2 different ways that we can get our hands on the magical liquid. And magical liquid is the liquid that assigns the color to these shields that they're around my player right now. They aren't necessarily magical liquid themselves, but they get the color from magical liquid. So if you shift magical liquid into something else, that's where they will get their color from. So what I want to do is I'm gonna drop that down, and I'll show you 2 techniques that you can get your hands on magical liquid. Alright, there is one right there. This one I tend to fuck up, so we'll see if I can get it correct. So we have an empty potion in our slot here, and this lamp, if I destroy it, should bleed magical liquid. It's very difficult to catch though. So we'll see if we can pull this off. There we go. So basically, you, in the same moment that you chainsaw the lamp, you swap to your flask. So you're breaking the lamp and you're catching the liquid in the flask. And then from there, what you would do, move that back. Then you would have your Sea of Mimicium. You would jump into it with the magical liquid flask, and it will fill it up. And then it makes a ton of magical liquid. But to show you how quickly magical liquid vanishes, watch this. I'm going to spray just a tiny little bit into the into this here, and watch. You see how quickly it's vanishing? Now, obviously, that's a large amount, so it seems like it's like, oh, it's not that bad. But usually, it's in such small amounts that it's just gone before you can even really react to it. So another way to get your hands on this magical liquid. For a moment, let me remove this rainbow. You look for a ghost. Actually, I forgot everything's friendly towards us right now, so I don't really need to even attack them. You're looking for a ghost. There you go. There's a ghost. And let's get him away from the damn trap there. We're going to put on the chainsaw here. And watch what happens whenever I chainsaw this ghost. It may be hard to see because of my shields around me, but watch it. Watch this. Okay, well, I say that, but you should have seen it. It kind of didn't do the best job at... Usually, you can get a good kind of spurt of magical liquid. Let me see if I can do it this time. It's hard to see, but he is bleeding it. This one actually doesn't do as good as contact damage. If you if you grab the perk contact damage, you can actually just hold your potion and walk into the ghost, and it actually shoots out a lot more of the liquid. This one, I think the shields are making it a bit hard to see. Oops. I don't know if this one will do a good job, but I'm just trying to see if I can get a better example for you guys. Hey, you, get over here. Alright. Come on, see if we get lucky this time. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. You can see a bit of a splash, I feel like, on that one. See all that, the blue kind of liquid thrown off of him. Does the spell Damage Field work too? Yes, Damage Field is great at it. Especially if you put it on, like, something that, like... well, if you put it on a mist, the mist can get in the way because you're like trying to catch the magical liquid, and then you actually accidentally get some of the mist liquid. But if you attach it to something that doesn't give off that shit, like maybe like a circle of shielding, then you'd probably be a lot happier with it. But yeah, you get the idea. So you can just milk the ghost for magical liquid. That's also a possibility. Cool stuff. All right, so we have 5 orbs collected. We already killed Kolmi earlier to get our hands on the salt, which says the green line. We have our rainbow liquid and our magical liquid already saved up. The last thing we need is to grab a little bit of fungus, which I almost forgot. There's some fungus right there. No problem.
Really wish you guys could see this guy right here.
And with the fungus, it's super easy to make a lot of it. You just need a tiny bit in a pouch. Drop it from high up. The higher up you drop it, the more it makes. As it falls down, boom. Lots and lots of fungus. All right. We're all set up, I believe. Press E to enter New Game Plus. Let's begin. So we are now in New Game Plus, but this is not where we are wanting to do consume. We are wanting to do the stuff in New Game Plus Plus. So that means our first most important things is to prepare for this next New Game Plus, which means I need 6 orbs. So there's 3 or 2. Number 3 will be down here. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is number 3. We need 6. Alright, this should be easy to do. Go to a parallel world. Alright, then we're going to grab the orb, and then we're just going to avoid grabbing the cursed hearts. Even if we do take the cursed hearts, it's not like the biggest deal. Because we're not like that deep in. And so watch this. In fact, we even have stainless armors and shit. So watch whenever we grab the orb, we grab the cursed heart along with it. Doesn't really do that much damage. This is all thanks to the stainless armor stacking. Each New Game Plus we go into, it'll hit harder and harder. You have to be careful about this because it doesn't take long for these to be able to almost instantly kill your character. But right now, obviously we don't have to be that concerned. It's not like we're in that much danger. But New Game Plus, yeah, I would say be afraid. Be very afraid. I've watched players mess that up before, and they had like 1,000,000+ HP, and they thought they were perfectly fine. In fact, watch this. I'll try to stay in the water while I grab the heart, and see how much more damage it does because I'm in a liquid, and the liquid is breaking my my stainless armor. So if you have liquid on you, and you're in New Game Plus 4, it will instantly kill you because each tick does over 100% of your HP bar. It doesn't matter if you have 1 billion HP, it still will one tap you. Grab this, 6 orbs, and we're in New Game Plus, so it's equivalent of a 7 orb boss. So I actually don't have the greatest damage build set up. I don't know if that will help at all. No, not really. Hey, you're still alive. Stop that. I could use Summon Takasova to farm some better resources and power up a bit more, but I don't think that should be our focus for today's challenge. Alright. And just like that, we cleared this New Game Plus. So when you sit here, it says press E to enter New Game Plus Plus. So this is where we can do our first shift. And the first shift is going to be, we looked up the fungal shifts. It was water into held flask, meaning whatever flask I hold, water will turn into that thing. So then that means, let me make sure I do this in the right order. If I hold rainbow liquid, all water will turn into a rainbow liquid. And then on the next shift after that, it'll be held material into water. So we hold the magical liquid and it turns into water, which water is rainbow. So the first one should be rainbow. Look at the lake after the shift. That's a great idea. Alright, let me make sure I have this in the right spot. Rainbow liquid first. There we go. We're holding our rainbow liquid. There we go. Shift number 1. Which says rainbow. Oh, look at the delayed load-in of the pillars. Let's head over to the lake real quick just to see what it looks like. The rainbow lake. It's disappearing so fast I can't even... Oh, well... That made for an easy orb to grab, I guess. It disappeared so fast because it times out so quickly. If you want to see what it looked like, it would have looked like... this. Except for it times out really quick, so... Yeah. So we need to have 7 orbs now if we want to go to new game plus plus plus. And in the next one is where our shields will turn rainbow. 3. Have to go find the damn orb room. Okay, that was really fast. There is number 5. We need 2 more. Read Bayhue. Could you read me real quick? This is a fun fact that's applicable to today only, or only today. 20 years ago was the International Day of Prayer. International Day of Prayer because of the number of the beast date, 6606. But Slayer turned it into International Day of Slayer. Well, there you go. There's your fun fact of the day from Bayhue. For all you Slayer fans out there. Down here. There we go. I just kicked the heck out of that damn. Ugh. Ugh. In case you're curious, normally you can't kick the orb this well, but I did grab Never Skip Leg Day. Did I grab it one time or multiple times? Let me see. The more times you get Never Skip Leg Day, the stronger your kick is on it. So you can actually get to the point where you kick this and it just goes flying like super far. So be careful you don't lose it whenever you're doing that. Alright, number 7. So now we have what's required to get to the next new game plus. We just need to go kill Kolmi. Alright. 7 orbs. Here's Kolmi. We're at new game plus plus, so it's the equivalent of fighting a 9 orb Kolmi. We're gonna leave the rainbow trail on there. Let's taste the rainbow. God damn it. Woo! We are finally on the cusp of having rainbow shields. Oh, that's kind of dangerous. I hate how every time we do like rainbow themed runs, I feel like we don't get the rainbow part of the like our shield or whatever until the last moments. It's always like, oh, we got the rainbow shields. All right, run's done. Of course it happened again today. That's how it always goes. Whew. All right. Press E to enter new game plus plus plus. We're here. Honey, we're home. So what's happening now? We have shifted water into a rainbow liquid. But the next shift that we're about to do changes magical liquid, which is this shield. Well, it actually doesn't do it normally. What it tries to do is it tries to change something into water. Whatever I hold is going to turn into water. But water is rainbow liquid. So whatever I hold is going to turn into rainbow liquid. So that's why I'm going to place that down for a moment so I don't mess it up. I want to hold the magical liquid while doing this fungal shift. Alright, we're holding the magical liquid. We're doing the fungal shift. And then... there we are. Looking nice. Looking colorful. I don't know how good it looks on stream because the bitrate does usually struggle to deal with shields. Like if you get too many of them. But looks pretty cool, right? Wait, where's my gauge spam? There's the gauges. There we go. There we go. Gotta do it for Pride Month. Looks sick. I do like the look of it. It's pretty cool. The color is assigned by the X, you know, the X value. So as you're moving along, it just like strobes. Pretty neat. All right. Now, while we're in our peak rainbow form, we get a win. What happens if you shift it into dangerous liquid instead? Would the shields become lethal? So it's purely visual. So whatever you're shifting the magical liquid into is just going to take the visual of it, not the actual like effect of them. So if you were to turn it into, you said something dangerous. So let's say ominous liquid. It's kind of like a deep purple, kind of like a dark color. The shields would turn like that dark color. This same general idea can actually be applied to other things in the game too. So we know that the visuals of the shields are what change in this shift that we just did, but you can actually change the visuals of gold as well. And so we've done that in the past. And gold, the nuggets get their visual from the gold dust. Well, if the gold dust becomes something else, or actually, it's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, you need to shift. It's not really the gold dust. You basically, the gold nuggets have this. They always will be a gold nugget. It's kind of weird to explain. Just like the shield will always be a shield, even if you shift the color of it, it's still a shield. Gold nuggets have that same rule. So you can change the gold element of the nugget, but the nugget will still persist. It still stays a nugget, just not looking visually gold. Let me show you. Is this a good one? No, that's not. There's no gold nuggets in that one. We've done so many runs lately. I can't keep track. Oh, there was a. Oh, that was. Don't look at that. It's an abomination. Oh, here you go. Here's one. So this one we shifted the gold nuggets into the color of diminution. Diminution is kind of like a bright green. It's like a brighter green than acid. So this one looks pretty neat. Is this the same thing? I think, yeah, that's the same thing. But you could turn these into other colors, just like I think the rainbow looks pretty lame on the nuggets, so sadly. On the, you would think it would look badass, but what it does is for the nuggets, it will look the way it looks inside of a flask. So what I mean by that is you hold the flask of rainbow liquid. Did I break the rainbow liquid? I think I did. Oh no, I'm holding it up here. Yeah, see how the rainbow liquid looks inside of a flask? It doesn't look very rainbow, right? It's just kind of like a pinkish color, I guess. I don't know what color this is, but that's how the nuggets will look. They just look this color. But in the shields actually get the cool effect, which I like that. I can't help but notice you got a diminution state. So the gold nuggets are a little bit different. The gold nuggets, you can actually get a little bit of a reaction from them. I don't remember exactly how it works, but like if you turn a gold nugget into the visuals of concentrated mana, and then you drop the gold nugget. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, you drop the gold nugget, which is concentrated mana, into water. It will then turn the water into concentrated mana. It's kind of weird. I guess it's because a gold nugget kind of tangibly does like exist in the world, while the shield doesn't really exist. As you can see, it just phases through stuff. Its job is to protect. That's why you don't really see the effect of like, oh, if I mean, I've never turned a shield into Deathium, but I don't think there's any way to make the shield of Deathium then interact with the player. Do teleport portals and shields share the same liquid? No, they're a different one. Let me think, is there one that shares? I know there is. So this one here looks kind of cool, right? Look at this portal. This one is the it's like a purple normally, right? It's like a purple spark color, and if you shift that, it will turn it in this case we turned the spark color into like silver, I think, or diamond. It's one of those. This one was, I changed that same purple spark that I just showed in the other clip. Instead of turning it, so in the scenario of, where was it? In this scenario, we turned that purple spark into, let's just say silver, whatever the heck color that is. And in this one, instead of turning it, we turned it into, I think it's gunpowder. So since gunpowder has, it isn't about the actual material, it's about the color of the material. So then it took the color of gunpowder and replaced it. It looks kind of neat, doesn't it? It looks like spaghetti or string cheese. It looks like something that your character would actually be able to interact with, but it isn't. It's just visuals. But yeah, it's just cool that that stuff is part of the vanilla game. Because a lot of times I think when people look at this, they just assume, oh, it's modded stuff. When it's like, no, you can do this in the vanilla game. It just takes a lot of effort, and really there's no reason, right? There's no... that's the thing I would ask for the devs. Make this into a quest. That would be cool. Where, like, if you turn magical liquid into rainbow liquid, maybe they get some kind of special thing. Things like that would be so neat. But for now, it's just like you do it for the fun of it. Just to goof around. You saved the GIF of last year's Rainbow Dark Sun, didn't you? Let me see, did I? Oh, you're right, I did. Good memory. Yeah, there's the Rainbow Dark Sun. This is where the Dark Sun, like the core of it stays that same kind of, you know, just black, just the dark color. And then the area around it, though, the particle effects got shifted into rainbow. And so it ended up with kind of a neat looking Dark Sun. Did you say gauge anus? All right, chill. Wait, what? What? All right, focus up. Focus. Dear God. Look how powerful the ducks are. We really haven't attached too many crazy modifiers to them, but even in New Game Plus, those ducks, man, they're pumping. They're not messing around. Go, ducks, go! Quack. Quack, quack. Oh, there's polymorphine over there. Let's stay away from that. I don't like to see that. Get away from it. Find a circle of protection and see if it's rainbow. Circle of protection. Maybe it'll just randomly show up. I don't think this one gets it from magical liquid, does it? No, it doesn't. Well, actually, hold on. It may. No, I don't think it does. Actually, what, we just put some range on it. Oh, it does. Huh. There's a little rainbow effect to it. It's just hard to see. But it's there. So anything that uses magical shield or magical liquid to assign it a color will also get it, and so you're seeing another instance of it there. That's why, you know, the chatter was saying look for magical shielding, because they're talking about the other spells that have a shield, which there are a couple actually. The circle of shielding I think may have something to it, and then there's also just the passive shielding spells, which wherever those are, where the hell is the passive shield? Oh, right here. There's the energy shield and the energy shield sector, and I think this one. I think these all three would get from the magical liquid, I would assume. What's up, suck it, sook it? Why are the holy mountain lamps still the same color? So some things they how do I explain this? Imagine a scenario where you have an image and you just put that image into the game, and then in another scenario you draw the image with individual like pixels, like the particles. So this is a solid image. They just took a lamp image and kind of put it into the game. So even if you swap the magical liquid that's supposed to be like inside of it, it doesn't change the original just lamp image. It just is. But it does, if you destroy it, you'll see it drops the liquid out of it. Imagine an image. There's aphantasia sufferers and shambles. Okay, well, hold on. You know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. There are a couple things in Noita that are like that, where they just are, you know, you can't change what the original image is, but you can change particle effects to them, certain visuals about them. the giveaway tends to be, if it's something that you can change the visuals, it usually has some kind of like movement to it. So if you look at the shields, see how the shields do like a shimmer? So there's movement to them, like a particle effect. Same goes for the portals. You see that? You can change it because you're changing the like these red particles around. All of those can be changed. That's the red spark shift. All right, well, Kolmi, embrace the gauge because it's happening. This is the equivalent of a new game, or a 3-orb Kolmi, because we are at new game plus. 0 orbs here, but new game +3. Gauge! Maximum gauge! And like I said, I don't think we can even die in this room. I'm pretty sure we're too powerful. What's going to happen is we'll lose our health, but we have so many extra lives that it's going to be like, extra life, saving grace, extra life, saving grace, extra life. So we burned through some of our extra lives, but still too powerful. Too goddamn strong. And as you can see, the shields, see, they changed to gold. And you may have asked yourself, well, what makes them change gold? It's because the whole world gets shifted into gold. That includes magical liquid gets shifted into gold. So that's why the shields turn gold. The last challenge of Pride Month should be to shift the world into rainbow. The whole world? I think how I would plan that. The whole world into rainbow. I mean, you could get a lot of fungal shifts into it, especially because of supernova. But I don't know you're gonna get the whole world into rainbow. You can get close. There it is. The dark sun. My son. Do a little bit of healing just to make sure that when I first jump into it, saving grace saves me. But even with what I have, like 7 or 8 stainless armors, you need more to be able to tank the dark sun. As you can see, you're gonna want at least, like, you know, 14 or 15, somewhere around that area. That's where you start to be able to tank the dark sun, and it won't shred you to pieces like it did to me right there. The same way you did it in the Healthy World video. Now that, yeah, that one, which is the supernova method, we could do that. We did it! We did it! There you go. There is our rainbow daily run. We made 7 shields into rainbow. Sorry that we only got it towards the end, but today's daily was just mean to us. It literally was like one of the worst dailies I've seen in a long time for manipulating fungal shifts. But that's the fun. That's the fun of doing these kind of fungal shifting things. You don't know what kind of journey it's going to require to get the shift that you want. That's why whenever people ask, like, oh, why don't you just do randomly? Just try to randomly make the shields into rainbow. It's like, imagine a scenario where I randomly went into new game +2 and happened to hold the 1 material, and then randomly went to the next new, you know what I mean? Like, it's unlikely. That scenario is not going to happen. You have to look up the shifts to know how to manipulate it if you truly want a chance of making it happen. Are we getting more stream today? We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up today because I need to be streaming again in like 15 hours. I got a super late start because I was doing some IRL stuff, but hey, at least whenever I was out, look at this. Look at this. Okay, no, don't look at that. That's not a dent. That is a part in the hair. All right, you wouldn't understand. All right, it's a part in the hair. Chat, no, that was no. That's a chat. You wouldn't understand. All right. Listen. You trust me, right, chat? You trust me. I am using my hand. I can feel my skull. No dent. Solid, massive brain and skull in there. No dentage. We're good. We're good. We're perfectly fine.
Nope.
But yeah, I did go outside the other day, chopped off a ton of hair. all that good stuff. So then when I got home, I slept ultra late, and it was a whole thing. So we didn't start today's stream until almost 4 a.m. It's currently 8:47 a.m. and I gotta go feed little Teddy. He's probably out there meowing like crazy. He's like, please, I'm starving. You say the headphone cradle? There's no headphone cradle. No.
Hey Dunk, do you remember we talked about the Gothic series? The new remake came out yesterday. My friend Froze Eddie is playing. If there's no raid target and chat agrees, could we raid him?
Well, let's see. I think I heard somebody shout out a person I think we haven't raided before. Let me go check real quick. That was playing Noita. And if I can keep the love going here, especially somebody I've never raided before, I don't think I've ever raided Sharpie. I'm pretty sure I have not. Let me look real quick. Yeah, let me know next time there, Johnny. Let me know, my dude, because I think this is a chance to raid somebody we've never shown love to before. If you guys don't know, Sharpie's been part of the community for years, and I just don't remember ever raiding him before. 1, Streaks. Number 2, Chase, check this. Purdy's on fire again. Oh, Streaks, yes. Oh, what the hell? Why did my computer just make that noise? The fuck? I'm being hacked. I'm being hacked. And here is our group of winners. These are the people that believed in our daily run today. We got 7 streaks going out to, is that Nires? Skriera? Stunner, Lewd Waifus, Embers, Burnt to Crisp, The Recursor, This Is Me Red, Inbill, KLP, Blink, Space Monkey, Hafast, Morose Monkey, BFG Gaming, Stooge, Tagorin, and Puzzled Sort. That is a healthy amount of 7 streaks. Look at that. Woo! They're rolling in them. And then the back-to-back 7s, the 14 streakers. Thalina, Tito, Amorphous, Amorphous Ursine? Am I saying that right? It's a bear, right? Was that went over this before? I always think of Ursa. Listen, every time I forget. I got him correct. He said correct. It just took me a moment. It's because I see Amorphous, right? I see that. But when I get to the end, I just see the word urine. I don't know. Listen, that better not say anything about me. I don't know. I always want to say Amorphous urine. And then I'm like, wait, that's not his name. Wait, what is that?
You guys can see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Come on. It's not that unreasonable. Definitely a piss stream. This is not a piss stream, damn it. It's a sweat stream. Amorphous, I got you, my dude. Rosalina Dev, Lukey Micro, and Lunamond. Nailed it. Perfect. Flawless. Congratulations, you guys, on your back-to-back 7 streaks. Thank you for the awesome day. Thank you to Veldak for gifting 6 months out to Amorphous. Veldak is trying to make you not, hopefully convince you to not leave the community, even though I butcher your username every time. Forgive me, Amorphous. Thank you, Veldak, for the 6 months gifted out to Ursine. Nailed it. Amorphous Ursine. Thanks for hanging out, Morose Monkey. You guys have a good time hanging out with Sharpie. He is part of our community. He's been a part of it for many years. So when you go in there and you sweat it up, don't worry. He's one of us. He won't run from the sweat. He will embrace it. So have fun playing Noita and hanging out and watching Noita over there. And then in 15 hours, 15 and a half hours, Noita here, okay? Be here, chat. Deuces.